big 34.
Oh, Benji, baby.
El Turbo World Headquarters Turbo. Well, mate, what a weekend. What an opener. Go Jet Night. The old Perthorican, mate, she was on fire. We had a Chicago shootout, so from the data that I got on a good run down there, you may not have seen my last video, but we went down for a test day and the track it was good, but it went away really quickly, and I sort of knew from the first hit we had down there that this car was going to go on a good track. So Sharpie, mate, she was good. She was good till the Kero heaters went on her. But what did we do? We came out at 1 o'clock, I think it was 1 o'clock for the first qualifier. Went a 7.381 at 189. Yeah, 189. Did a 113 60 foot. But yeah, I don't. It was a bit slow to the 330, but it picked up a little bit later on the second pass. It PB'd 2 PBs in a row for me, and you know, I've sort of been a bit left to my own devices this year, and I think that's just what I needed. It's forced me to take some time to learn the Motec properly, or know exactly what it's doing and what I can do with it, as a rank amateur. And thanks to Michael, he tuned the car on the dyno and then left me with it. So it was rich. The plugs, it was showing me a lot of things. Yeah, the old school tuning, properties come back into it when you left to your own devices. So I've got in now and had to play with it, and had to play with it down at the track on the test, and then had to play with it for this one. And mate, the way it went, man, like far out. So the stallings, not the low speed issues, haven't vanished, but a lot better with the deckers in it. So it fought him a bit, but he persisted with it, and we got a little bit of a hand, and yeah, mate, it's come good. So, and I've just been left to look at the data now, manage it, and adjust it as I go. And so I think that's been the best thing for me. And mate, yeah, it went like a shot cat, 2 PBs in a row. 2 o'clock it came out and went a 7.311. So got the track record for ET and speed. Got the speed on the first one and the ET and the speed on the second PB. Sorry, Toddy. I think I knocked him off the book there, but I'm pretty much ready just to put a stripe through that, crank in a bit of boost, and go chase that magic number. So they'll own that class when they get that. I'll go into a bit of a story, but there was 5 rotaries there from the Rotos camp, and there was 2 of us left running at the end of the night. It's Chris's street car and the Perthorican. Michael had some early gold, not the gold he wanted. So he went back in the trailer, and Toddy bent the crank, so he went back in the trailer, and then I was sitting in the staging lanes, and was in my own little world in the car, and someone went off the end of the track in the beach, and I was trying to think of who was in front of me, and Dan Johnson had an issue with his chute, went all the way to nearly the nets, and he's okay. Like, the car's a bit sandy, like you do when you try and four-wheel drive down the old Kwinana Beach there, Dan. So he was going to take that home and try and borrow Emma's new Dyson, but don't let him have it. Get him on Facebook Marketplace, mate. You can probably grab one off there. But he'll blow the dirt out of that. I think the intercooler would have saved the motor. But it makes a mess when you go in there. And he went in pretty hard, so cooked the brakes. But the car's in one piece, he's in one piece. And yeah, that's a bit of a lesson learnt. So he went home and it left Chris Johnson, who in the street car. I'll throw a bit of footage in on this one for Chris. That is a true street car, like anyone over in Sydney. This car would have got put into the Milpura Bunnings there the other day and driven out again, mate, with no issues. So he drives it to the track, puts his tyres on, sets his tent up, drives it home, runs 990s. Clean car, love it. Good on you, Chris. He also, I didn't come home with any tinware last night, but I came home with the brown. Wouldn't mind sponsorship, but thank you, Chris.
You went too fucking fast. Come and have a look at this car, right?
Again.
Chris Johnson is a legend. I told him to dial in a 1010. He put a 1040 on the side of the car, and they went too quick. He ran a 1016. He could have still been in, but check this out. This is the car I showed you before. He drives to the track, runs nines. He's run 990 with a 5 today. Puts his tyres in the back, puts his tent in.
It's all in there.
And now he's going to drive it home.
It's perfect, even.
Beautiful. Now, I don't know anyone watching on the East Coast, but that's a true street car. Love it, Chris.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
with a 7.
995 with a 7.
Michael North with a 1046.
995 with a 7. Bit too quick there, Chris. But
yes, Chris
good
Johnson.
job.
Well done there. Top qualifier.
Where else do we go after that? Then once the 2 qualifiers were over, we sort of moved on to a Chicago shootout. So I had a buy, but because of Danzy, because I thought, I saw Simo and I thought, well, it's been pretty strange Simo going in the dirt, but he was running Dan, and yeah, so it was Dan, and then they mucked up the seating, so I had a buy. I was sitting at the back, I was in my zone. for the first for the first Chicago shootout, and they'd made a mistake with Simo because of Dan's incident, and had to reseed. So I was sitting at the back, expecting to buy in the zone. Oh, you've got to race Simo now. Okay, yep, no worries, that's good. A little story there. He's one of the boys one of the gentlemen that I watched. I have to call him a gentleman because I'll tell you the story in a minute. He was one of the guys I watched growing up. You know, there was the Stacys, the Gay Corsts, Simo, Millsy. There was lots of guys there that I looked up to when I was a kid, and now I get to enjoy racing these guys. And moments ago, I had. I'll tell the story when I get to the run, but true gentleman. And so I got reseeded. I was supposed to race Simo, and then they changed it, reseeded it again, and I ended up with Jade in her CD dragster, CDA dragster. And that's a staunch little package that can run into the 770. She's got a 771 or something like that for her index. So I wasn't ready. It just cold motor. You're going straight to the front of the line, mate. Cold burnout. I had like 30 degrees of water temp. Start her up, give it a skid. I thought, oh, here we go, bearings are coming out of this thing. So just through pure luck, Jade fried the tyres on the hit, and I was nowhere anyway. I was sort of a bit reluctant in my mind to even get it up on the two-step. I didn't want to hurt the motor, so I sort of brought it up to, I think the data said $8,000, but it was making like £5 a boost, £6 a boost or something. It was on its way up, but the light come down and had to go. And luckily she fried the tyres, I believe, and killed me on the light. I think she ran she .05 to me. I was done. And I think I went 2.0 to the 2.0 on the 60, man, with a sleepy light. And I went through for an 18. She had to stop because of either wheel shake or just to bring the RPM down. And I just got by, luckily, just on a Bradbury, and went through for an 18. I think she rolled through with a shutdown, like she went 52 or something. So
he tried to launch it, the dragster just blew the tyres off and then took a second stab at it on the shift. Doors came out flat as a tack.
I had a round win there through luck. Then I had Glover's double DSC RX3, and they've come back from a big hit with that car. They've painted, it looks like it never happened. New set of tyres on it, and Brett settled him back into it, and I know Bretty, and I said, even said to him in the station lanes, I said, mate, you can run a number in this car when you need to. I've seen you do it before, time and time again. So I need you to go like a bastard ass. He sort of laughed a bit. luckily, I went, I think, 0.07. They went a 1.3 to their 60. Oh, did they 1.3? What did they do? No, they went a 119. I went a 1.3. That's right. So they tailed me up on the hit, but it shook for me, and luckily I was able to drive through it, hold second gear and drive her out of it, and it went through for a 1.8 an 8.1 at 180, and I think Bree got out of it. So that was 2, and then I had Simo in the final, mate, legend. You know, how good is getting to race some of these guys. You know, I really want to race Errol. I'd like Todd to throw Terry back in the car and at least have a run against, you know, one of my idols. And but Simo, mate, what a gentleman! Like knows he taught me a lesson last night. I can tell you, he taught me a lesson in getting your shit together and being ready. So I sort of had a bit of a plan, but mate, I just sat there and cooked it. You know, his FG Supra is pretty staunch. I think it runs, the index is 906 and he ran a 905. So he was on the money, and I was a bit lazy on the tree, mate. Like it's a big gap, 1.5 seconds, you know. And I just wasn't ready, mate. That top light come on and I wasn't on the two-step, so I think I left with about 12 pounds of boost. And I cut a good light. I think I went 0.07. So if I'd had my shit together, I might have got up on that one. But I went out the gate early, and I just saw a couple of super fucking taillights disappearing down the track, mate. Good on you, Simo. And well deserved. So he went to the final against the Chasties. I think the Chasties got the biggies there. Had a phone call, random. Sitting in there, just got home from the hospital, and Mum's in hospital, so she's I've been there today with her. So, but Simo on the other end of the line, he's dug around, got my number, give me a call, and said, mate, because I did see Simo down the end of the track there. After one of my passes, I think it was Glover, and I went up to him and I said, mate, how good is this? I'm getting to race some of the guys that I grew up, who were my childhood heroes at Ravo. And he rang me up and we had a bit of a chat, and what an absolute gentleman. I knew he was a top bloke, but he's up here now, so good on you, Simo. Thank you, mate. I'll get to race you eventually. You got one on me now, mate. I'm going to get one back. So thank you very much for the call, mate. Very humbling. And so that was us. We were back in the trailer. Not disappointed though. Mate, had an absolute ball. I never leave that track, no matter what happens. Busted, broken, or with some brown or gold. I have a great time. the car is an absolute weapon. 37 pounds of boost. She runs, so she absolutely cooks for what she is. You know, it just goes to show if you build a car properly, listen to the right people, and you know, have a go yourself. Don't be scared to get in and do your own shit. So there she is. Like, she went 37 pounds of boost, 11.8. Anyway, might have to check on that RPM, but she doesn't make metal. She's a good girl. But yeah, that's typical. Under the boost threshold for the class, and I'm pretty sure Toddy's got a 720. So I know this car's got it in it. It's got some killer. It's got. I think I'm there with a mile an hour, based on the RPM. But you know, we put a new gear in it, and mate, it just come alive. It's picked up 7 or 8 mile an hour. So dropped it in the 60, but that's just a matter of being able to sneak more boost in it. So that double DSC, you know, with a bit of gas on board, you know, this car's Puerto Rican spec from there on. So hence the Perthorican. So that's about it. Who else? Brownie, mate. Thank you, brother. Had to come in and recharge his batteries from a bit of a night before, but mate, he just does his job, mate. He's a cracker. J9, sweetheart, you know what I think of you and how much you mean to this team and the program. So had Corey Hain, one of my FIFO bros from BHP, pop in. He's stuck here in Perth and has been for various amounts of time, like a lot of the FIFO guys that I used to work with, who are struggling with being away from their family. So look, respect to all you boys who are from out of state, overseas, cannot get to see your people. Hopefully these idiots just wake up and let people get back to normal. El Turbo, no actually, Motorplex World Headquarters, here with me mate Corey.
Hey, winning.
Hey, having a bit of a taste of drag racing for today. We're sitting around Freo with nothing to do, so why not pop down the track?
Mad if you don't. Hang out with the lads.
Hang out with the boys.
And the lovely lasses.
Haven't seen him for a while. He's looking fit, he's looking healthy.
Oh yeah.
FIFO life's still sorting him out.
Bit excited to chuck myself down some tarmac after that performance.
We're going to put him on the bike next time. He's going to run mod bike. But yeah, we got down Broadway. She went hard. I don't know what we did yet, but we're just towing back.
So if we can get these tips against this nonsense.
Golden States are next, and yeah, this thing is, I think what RR API is over for us at this next one, and we'll be putting a stripe through that and going above 40 pounds of boost and going to give the gas a bit of a tickle. I think the car deserves it, and I think it can take it. From what I know about the car now, and we can chase a few other goals, and you know, I've had to tune the car in the chassis myself, and tickle the computer now myself, and you know, no disrespect to Michael, but he's just a busy boy. He's got a lot of shit on his plate, and he's not, you know, he's got multiple cars to look over after now, and he doesn't have time for me anymore. So it's good. I've forced my hand into making my own decisions, and I think that's where I needed to be. I've got to mention the McClures. I was speaking to Casey and Nat in the Rego line early in the day. I said, the boys are going to do it today. And we had a bit of a chat about how safe they are in this new car. And she was feeling a lot more confident. And Casey's, mate, she's a big deal too. Don't ever let her slip under the radar. I saw a double break out there. I think it was a win for her. So I'll have to double check. The website's been down, so I couldn't really do a post race sort of, you know, proper rundown. But the boys, mate, they went 2:02 with a 6:97. Mate, on fire. You know, first of the roto cars in. You know, mate, you guys are the first roto car into the 6. Would have kicked your ass if you hadn't have done it this weekend anyway. So we dropped off their 6-second club sticker along with their 7-second club sticker that really they didn't even need. El Turbo trailer headquarters, and the old McClures just went a 6. Said they were going to do it. Well done, boys. We sort of bypassed that one. We're bringing this one over. Yeah. We knew that car was going to go 6, so welcome to the club, boys. Hopefully one of us will be right there with you soon. And yeah, that's about it. We've got Golden State's coming up, 2-day event, record setter for Andra, and we'll be running proper elimination rounds. So you've got to win to grin at the end of the night. So that'll be a big deal for us, and runs on the 26th. So. Of November, 2-day event, Friday, Saturday. So, yeah, put that one in the book. It's a beauty. And, yeah, I'm going to go and put our sponsorship package together and have something to eat. It's late Sunday night, and thanks for having a go. I'll put a lot of the footage that came in. Corey got on the GoPro for us, and, yeah, we did a bit of media, and we'll throw a bit of Chris in there. He should have, I think he put a 1040 on that car. He should have put a 1010, and he did it. He ran a 1016 in the final on a 1040 and went home. So I busted his ass a bit on that one. But great car, Chris, and that is with a bit of practice, you'll be going places, mate. So hang in there. I know you're loving it. I can just see it in your face, mate. It's a great sport. So. Corey had a ball today. He got introduced to it, so hopefully when he goes home to Willowbank, I threatened to throw him on the mod bike, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it was great to have another brother in and show him how it's done and what it's about. So yeah, that's all I can tell you. That's a big wrap up, PB and a track record for the Perthorican, and. A lot of people enjoyed the car, came around, had a look, jumped in, and pumped up our tyres again. So thanks very much. We'll see you at the Golden States. See you later.